May the 24th. I'll start from 2017 and then I'll work back to 2015. I don't have 2014 and 16 today. They weren't done. Let's begin. Some things should not happen, but they do. Trotsky's dying words were, reputedly, of admiration for Stalin. One may be forgiven for thinking that the dying thoughts of children in Manchester's nail-bombing was of Trump being too close to Putin and fighting climate change. The children that died may never have known what was happening. Those that survived will never forget. And the press have got it wrong. Donald Trump was in the Middle East for peace. Trump met with leaders in the Middle East and terrorists. One terrorist Trump met was the so-called Palestinian leader Abbas. Abbas rose to the ranks to be the successor to Yassir Arafat. Arafat invented the nail bomb suicide vest, the type of device used on Manchester children. Some will tell me that suicide vests predate Arafat. Chinese soldiers used suicide bomb vests to destroy Japanese tanks in World War II. An early nail bomb was the 1970 Weather Underground accident, where one prematurely went off, killing terrorists. Arafat was well connected with socialists around the world. Nelson Mandela was a fan. IRA collaborated with Fatah. No one who worked with Arafat ever achieved peace. Arafat got rich from exploiting his people. Likewise, Abbas. No deal Trump makes with Abbas will benefit anyone other than Abbas. Were Trotsky alive today, he'd admire the work of Abbas, and if they'd known the link, the dying kids may have thoughts for Abbas too, because the suicide ideology, which the press promote, is pro-Palestinian, anti-Semitic, and terrorist-enabling. Much like Christian churches who promote the rubbish, yet see their people butchered by those they endorse. In 1487, 10-year-old Lambert Simnel was crowned in Christ Church Cathedral in Dublin, Ireland, with the name of Edward VII, in a bid to threaten King Henry VII's reign. Henry VII captured him and pardoned him, employing him in his kitchen. In 1607, 100 English settlers disembarked in Jamestown, the first English colony in America. 1689, the English Parliament passed the Act of Toleration. Protecting Protestants, Roman Catholics were intentionally excluded. 1738, John Wesley was converted, essentially launching the Methodist movement. The day is celebrated annually by Methodists as Aldersgate Day, and a church service is generally held on the preceding Sunday. He claimed the moment of his conversion was when he felt his heart warmed. Methodism is very good at sending out disciples to work with the poor and needy. It had an estimated 80 million adherents today. Wesley opposed Calvinist predestination doctrine, believing instead anyone could achieve the state where the love of God reigned supreme in their hearts, giving them outward holiness. In 1798, the Irish Rebellion of 1798, led by the United Irishmen against British rule, began. They were inspired by the United States and French revolutions. It went badly for the rebels, and many atrocities were committed. The Catholic Church opposed the rebellion at the time, but a legend grew that they supported it, which they fostered later. In 1940, acting on the orders of Soviet leader Joseph Stalin, NKVD agent Yosif Grigorovich orchestrated an unsuccessful assassination attempt on exiled Russian revolutionary Leon Trotsky in Coyoacan, Mexico. Another assault got Trotsky later that year. Trotsky's dying words were of admiration to Stalin.